So, a warm welcome to this general tarot reading, a chance to see what the cards would like to reflect back to us today. Let's just see what those first cards are. Excuse me. We have a Three of Swords. Can mean heartbreak, it can mean misery, but more and more I'm starting to see that this card is a calling to you to get creative, and to get creative with our principle of the three. It's saying you have to bring your heart and your mind together. Where can you start thinking with your heart and feeling with your brain, your mind? Let's fuse that analytical, logical, reasoning part of yourself with your loving, expansive, creative part of yourself. Bring the two together and watch your consciousness expand. The Page of Wands, igniting something within yourself at this time. The page is like turning over a new leaf. I always think of it as a blank page, but what I love about these pages is they are young and they don't care if they get it wrong. They will get up time and time again. And I want to just this brings me to the idea of a quote by Winston Churchill, and I'm paraphrasing, so I'm sorry if I get it wrong. But it says something like, success is the ability to stumble from failure after failure without any loss of enthusiasm. And I kind of really think of those words when we think of our pages, the ability just to go again, get up and go again. Once you've got your heart ignited, you're just going to keep following that dream. And it takes you to the most incredible locations. Look at that, the pyramids in the background. So what can happen when you put your heart and mind and set it ablaze with the inspiration of that Page of Wands, a fire sign? And there's our final card. We move from the 3 at the beginning to the 4. So we've got some stability coming in here, moving from the 3 to the 4, but the 4 seems a little bit stuck. This Four of Pentacles always seems to me to be a bit clinging, trying to hold on to this material realm. And I think these other two cards are saying, let go, get creative, be inspired. What happens if you do something outside of your regular routine? What happens if you dare to stop focusing on what's right in front of you, on this physical material realm? What if you lit something else on the inside of you and followed that? Something that feels very different, that's not this material world, but something else. Dare to dream, be inspired, go beyond the ordinary into the extraordinary. If you're enjoying these cards, I do ask that you like and subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. And a great big shout out to those of you who have already done so. I do so appreciate you. And if you're willing and able, I invite you now to close your eyes and come into a short meditation with the cards. We're going to start by focusing on your heart, and with your eyes closed, if you can, take your awareness to your heart space. See if you can drop your mind down into your heart. Take some breaths there. Feel into this movement in and out of this space with your breath. And can you allow your mind to relax into this space? So Joe Dispenza does a lot of work with this, and he talks about the heart-brain coherence, the idea of being able to use the mind in meditation to get out the way of your mind, to get out of the way of your everyday reality, and to bring that resonating frequency and elevated emotion in your heart, something such as gratitude or wonder. Where can you invoke that state and feeling and dissolve that mind, so that instead of being somebody in this place, in this world, this physical dimension, you become no one. Your physical self has to die in this meditation. You have to let go of any sense of self and step into the sense of being at one with everything. When we can let go of who we are, we bring our heart and mind together and we experience the unlimited potential of the present moment. And from that space, you can start to use your mind, your imagination to create whatever it is you want in your world. And maybe it's bliss. Maybe it's to have a mystical, magical experience. Maybe it's wealth or a relationship, love. Whatever that is for you, the Three of Swords here is saying you can achieve that when you bring your heart and mind together. And we have here in the Page of Wands somebody who's absolutely inspired. Their heart is aflame, bursting with some inspiration to do or be or show up as someone. And what is that higher self? If you could fuel yourself into your higher state, what would that look like? And can you use this fuel combined with this elevated state, this sense of absorbing into nothing, no one, the eternity that stretches out as you reach the present moment? And can you create from that space? Can you infuse that with this passion, this desire, this inspired thought, and this enthusiasm and a love for life? And notice where you might be getting in your own way. Notice resistance. Notice a pullback. Perhaps there's something in you that is resisting this change, that is wanting to hold on to some sense of stability. And the Four of Pentacles here is suggesting maybe there is, and it's time to let go, to feel into the flow and to trust in the unknown. This physical realm is something tangible and we feel like we understand it. We understand how we get from A to B, how we travel from one point to another, our routines. To take ourselves beyond that into the unknown through meditation can feel disconcerting, and it may feel like we don't want to shake loose of where we are, and yet this can take us into such an incredible state of existence where all things, excuse me, become possible. So just have a think about what it is at the moment. What is it you're holding on to, perhaps too tightly? And where can you shake that loose, let go, and trust in the unknown? Trust in your ability to rise above any given situation or relationship and create that from a different version of yourself, from a version of yourself that is able to be unlimited, to feel fantastic, to dissolve into the oneness and timelessness that meditation can offer. And sit in that. Bring your heart and mind closer and closer and closer until you feel into that unified field and know that you can create from there. And if there is heartbreak at this time, if there is loss, can you use the heart and mind to come together? And when you can bring heart and mind together, you can understand there is no such thing as separation. Only in this physical, tangible world do we experience this level of polarity, duality, separateness. When we merge our heart and mind together, we enter the unknowable state, the quantum realm, infinite possibilities. And in this state, everything is one. There is a unity to everything. And from here, we experience non-separateness. Feel into that for a moment if you can, with your heart and with your mind, where instead of being somebody, somewhere, someplace, you become anybody, anywhere, any place. This is the state that you can create from. And in your own mind, and in your own time, you can come back to the room and open your eyes. Cards today, taking me deep. Sorry, that was quite a deep dive. Looking at some of Joe Dispenza's work, as I said, especially his book, Becoming Supernatural, which I can totally recommend, or any of his meditations. So we see here with the Three of Swords, the idea, where can we stop feeling separateness? And it's in this separateness that we experience loss or grief. Where can we bring the two together, heart and mind, and get creative? Enter that space of unlimited possibilities, unlimited potential. And the Page of Wands is certainly suggesting there's energy for transformation here. There's a desire, a force coming through that is compelling you to move in a certain direction. And the page here is opening that blank canvas and saying, what is it that you desire? What's the next step? And perhaps there's something more mysterious that's coming into your life, elevating you to higher states of consciousness, where you dig a little deeper, perhaps into the meaning of life or your own spiritual journey. Whatever it is for you, the page is here, suggesting get up and go again. Just keep going no matter what seems to fall apart around you. Keep that light inspired in your heart and keep moving towards your goal, your desire, your outcome. And let go. Anywhere you can feel that resistance and you holding back, can you release? Can you let go and just trust in the process? Know that it's coming in for you. Have a wonderful day.